MATForce's goal is to build healthier communities by reducing the abuse of drugs and alcohol. We believe it takes a community working together to make a difference and accomplish this goal. This is the power of MATForce's success. Throughout this video, you will hear from many members of our community, from all walks of life and interests.
MATForce started back in 2005.
As a result of rampant methamphetamines use in our community.
At the time MATForce began, I was the police chief in Cottonwood, and as I went around and talked to people in the community, it became apparent that they just felt they were under siege.
We were seeing it in those that we served in our outpatient programs as well as our inpatient programs.
So at that point we decided that we should form a coalition and that we ought to try to do something proactive. And our thought was that if we put our heads together, that in a unified fashion, perhaps we could come up with some solutions to methamphetamine.
The thought of being able to do something worked well for me.
We needed to get together with those that were concerned not only about the community, but those living in the community.
You looked at what was, what was adding to that, was in essence the precursor for the drug, and how could we control that.
One of the first things that MATForce did was conduct a methamphetamine impact study. We found at that time that 68% of our felonies had a connection to methamphetamine.
At the time, the state was struggling with looking at ways to get veteran behind the counters. The city council came forward and said, well, look, let's just pass a local ordinance to require our pharmacies to put it behind the counter. The community was clearly behind the need to do something.
MATForce is made up of people from all different walks of life, volunteering their time, working together to reduce substance abuse in Yavapai County. People come together from many areas. These areas include law enforcement, the business community, our area schools, youth. Parents and caregivers are involved with MATForce, the faith-based community, government agencies, youth-serving agencies, the media, our healthcare industry, the treatment community, and the recovery community. MATForce is directed and advised by the Executive Committee. Reporting to the Executive Committee is the Prescott Area Steering Committee and the Verde Valley Sedona Steering Committees. These committees represent both sides of our county. MATForce also consists of multiple work groups. These work groups are made up of hundreds of volunteers interested in reducing drug and problematic drinking in our community. I will take a moment to describe each of these work groups. The first one is the Community Outreach Work Group, which focuses on public education and raises awareness about substance abuse issues through the media and the Speakers Bureau. Schools are an important partner of MATForce.
Immediately I saw the potential, and I also saw the need that the school districts in the area be very much involved with the program. So my role in MATForce was to perhaps move things along to the other school districts and convince their superintendents to participate. Probably the best example of this has been the bus decal program.
Every public school bus in Yavapai County now has a decal that has the MATForce website on it, and then carries an age-appropriate message that relates to either drugs or to underage drinking.
The result has been tremendous.
The Underage Drinking Task Force works on underage drinking and its risks and effects. One of the projects the task force implemented was distributing stickers to vendors, reminding them that it is illegal to sell alcohol to anyone under 21. The Intervention Work Group is working on the goal of increasing the capacity of intervention and treatment in the community. This work group provides professional trainings, recovery coaching, support to recovery celebrations, and support to drug court. The Partners in Prevention Work Group works on prevention programs for youth and families. Their newest project is the MATForce Valuable Parent, or known as MVP. This project educates parents by email on the risks of substance abuse and has the motto that involved parents are the #1 anti-drug. The MATForce Speakers Bureau volunteers speak at schools, community events, trainings, and to civic groups. The speakers are people in recovery, law enforcement, and medical professionals. each with a unique personal story which they tell audiences to help others understand the risks of substance abuse. The Greater Sedona Work Group targets the Sedona area. They are raising awareness on substance abuse through educational presentations and community events. The Evaluation Committee tracks the success of MATForce. It uses statistics to chart the progress the coalition is making in reducing substance abuse and its effects. Law enforcement is an important partner of MATForce.
I think it's a premier example of community policing in action. In other words, it's what resources can we bring to bear to problems as opposed to just always going out and arresting individuals for using drugs and then essentially getting them into jail and having the cycle continue over and over again, where we as law enforcement are just dealing with the same person, the same issue. I think MATForce put some things at the table that really kind of help stop that cycle.
We've now seen a 30% drop in the number of felonies that we've charged.
The data clearly show that crime has declined. The instances of use of methamphetamine and other substances has also declined.
And to me, MATForce is probably the most effective coalition I've ever seen in my career.
MATForce was honored in 2009 with the God Outcomes Coalition of Excellence Award from CADCA, the Community Anti-Drug Coalitions of America. MATForce received this award for the strides it has made in reducing substance abuse and crime in Yavapai County. We thank each and every volunteer and supporter of MATForce. Each person involved in MATForce has made us what we are today, and MATForce continues to grow with new people and new projects. We are working together to eliminate substance abuse in Yavapai County. We welcome and encourage people of all walks of life to be a partner in MATForce. If you would like to help, contact MATForce at matforce.org or by calling 928-708-0100.